Good evening. I was just thinking, with this channel, it's kind of dry. It's not really...
What do you mean we're dry? Like, what, we don't cause controversies, we don't say too much crazy. What, we're not wet? Like, what do you mean?
You could flash a tit here and there, It would be great for the entertainment, for the viewership, maybe.
I mean, we're pretty nice. We don't flash in inappropriate places. But I hear what you're saying. It's almost like we're not good enough.
Maybe.
We're not good enough.
Maybe not.
You ready?
Yeah. Yo people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for the Brighton Vs Chelsea preview. We've got a lot to talk about, okay? A lot. Because obviously you saw what happened last game. I didn't get to do my preview for that. So it looks like I'm saying everything in hindsight, but it's fine because, if you follow me on Twitter, you knew my thoughts and opinions on the forward line and how it should be looking before the game. But it's fine, we move on. I heard Tuchel's press conference, he's talking about making sure 10 players are not just facilitating one human being, which is what I completely agree with. It's something that I've been echoing on this channel ever since Eden Hazard left. Do not build your team around one man. Do not build your team in modern football to facilitate one human being. Build it as a team. As a group of individuals that can get the best out of each other for one style and one systematic way of playing. And is Lukaku, for me, because that's who we're referring to, let's not beat around the bush, is that man good enough as a footballer to build your team around? In my opinion, absolutely not. Now, you can do it. Will it bring home the biggest honours? In my opinion, absolutely not. And he hasn't won the Champions League. He hasn't won the Premier League. He's not Messi. He's not Ronaldo. So there does need to be a bit of give and take. I see the comments. I see the people saying we're not getting the best out of him. I agree. We're not. Is he getting the best out of us, though? Absolutely not. I've said it time and time again. We don't have the wing-backs. We do not have the direct chance creators and crosses in our team available in Chilwell and James to get the ball into him early. We don't. We don't have the guy on the pitch. This is the mistake that I think Tuchel made. One, playing him against Man City, because if you follow me on Twitter, I wanted Kai to start up front. I wanted us to go to our old ways against Man City from last season to press from the front, to be interchangeable and to play that type of football. We didn't do that. But how many times have I said Hudson-Odoi? Hudson-Odoi needs to be in there if he's going to play because he's the crosser. He's the chance creator. His metrics show that. He's the person that can switch play quickly. He's the person that can create chances for other people. He did that against Aston Villa for Lukaku's headed goal. If we're going to play Lukaku, Hudson-Odoi has to be in that front three. Or even at wing-back, because he's going to whip that ball in across the box immediately. He's not going to take loads of touches and dribble like Pulisic, who is not that type of winger. He doesn't cross. He doesn't switch play. He wants to dribble. He wants to dribble into a Giroud. He wants to link up the play in terms of pass it into a target man's feet, get it back, bounce back and keep it moving so he can progress and try and score the goal. That's the type of winger Pulisic is. Hudson-Odoi will get it out of his feet and whip it in quickly if he has to, if he's instructed to. So we're not really playing the right players together, but we move. This is Brighton. This is away from home. It's not an easy game. Last time we played against Brighton, we drew with them. They did match us up with the three at the back, but we know usually they go two up top with Mumpai and Trossard. But for me personally, yes, the two up front can be problematic in the press, but we need to look at Tariq Lamptey. I was at the game against Crystal Palace. Okay? I was at the game. If you saw my last video, check it out, the vlog. I was at the last game. Tariq Lamptey came on in the second half and caused problems, huge problems. And I personally don't want Marcus Alonso going up against that. We saw Marcus Alonso at home to Brighton and Tariq Lamptey was twisting him up as well, causing loads of problems. I was at that game too. It's actually very good right now to play Brighton. I've been watching a decent amount of Brighton recently, live in the flesh, unfortunately. They've been good both times, by the way. Point against Palace, they should have won. Point at Stamford Bridge, they fully deserved. For me personally, when I look at our team, yes, you're going to say, how and why are you not playing Lukaku? For me, because we can't play with him. Clearly, we need to go back to the basics. We need to go back to the training ground. If we don't know how to get the best out of him, don't play him. Simple as that. Go back to what you know how to do, Chelsea. If you don't know how to get the best out of Lukaku, and Lukaku's first touch is off and he's not linking up the play well, yes, we can blame others and continue to do that. But I keep saying, Lukaku, for £100 million, you're not doing enough. When you receive the ball, you're turning it over too quickly. Now we're going to get rid of this multifaceted term also. You're not multifaceted. You're now going to be limited. We're going to talk about you as a limited striker. If you're a penalty box striker that can only do things in the box, cool. But we're going to call it as it is then. If you're a striker that needs certain things going your way to get the best out of you, cool. Then we're going to call it how it is, limited. So for me, we're going to go up top, 4-2-2-2, Back to the back four, yes, because I don't want Marcus Alonso coming up in this game. I want Malang Sarr to be rewarded for the performance he put in against Tottenham. He was aggressive, he was assertive, he was in the game, mentally, physically, ready to battle, ready to combat. That is the only way, in my opinion, we're going to deal with Tariq Lamptey. Do we have the skill and the ability defensively to deal with Tariq Lamptey on that left-hand side? No, because Chilwell's not available. So you have to go with someone quick, someone aggressive, someone that's going to be mentally trying to psych him out. And I think Malang Sarr showed against Tottenham with Lo Celso, he can do that. So Malang Sarr goes for me at left back in a back four. Rudiger starts as well. And obviously Azpilicueta has to start right back. And you can throw in Thiago Silva at centre back as well. Christensen, he's all over the place. I don't know what's going on with his future. But I wish him well if he does leave. It seems like he will. In goal, obviously Kepa. Now, in the midfield, in the two, you can go Jorginho and you can go Kante. You can throw Cover in there. It doesn't matter, okay? Let's not waste time here. Those three are all interchangeable. You can play whoever the hell you want at this point. They're all top players. Now, for me personally, I didn't like, and I've said it before, we only have one sitter. That's Jorginho. The Cover Kante pivot against Man City, it didn't really work. We were bypassed quite a lot of times in midfield. For the goal we conceded, they didn't close down Kante. Thiago Silva, they didn't close down the De Bruyne quick enough. I know people are talking about Kepa. Mendy would have saved that. Listen, let's not bother with that anymore. We know Kepa's not as good as Mendy. That's fact. Cool. He made some big saves in that game. Yes, he concedes one. Yes, Mendy could have saved it, but at the end of the day, he's not at fault for the defeat. So, yes, against Liverpool it was great, but there will be times where that pivot of Kova and Kante, people do sneak past them in behind, and I'm hoping, we can control the likes of Basuma, etc. in midfield and control the game. But personally, I'd probably bring Jorginho back into the team and put Kante next to him. Kova's been brilliant. You could put Kova next to Jorginho as well. It's an option. It's going to be interesting to see how Tuchel plays it. In the 2-10 positions, in the attacking midfield, I thought it was good the way it looked against Tottenham. They got into the half spaces. Mason Mount was very quiet, but I'm going to put him back into the team today. Not today, but we're going to put him back in the team against Brighton. And Hudson-Odoi, for me, has got to be on that pitch as well. In that position, I thought he was good against Tottenham. He was dangerous. All the traffic was going down the left-hand side with Sarr, with Werner, and with Hudson-Odoi. Werner's back in as well, and Kai up front. Those two up top, they know each other from the national team. There isn't a lot of chemistry there, but I think Hudson-Odoi and Mason, Kai, there's a bit of chemistry, and we do tend to just create more chances with Werner on the pitch. Am I completely satisfied with Werner? By following, absolutely not. The guy's not taking chances. The guy technically is very limited, but we know how to play with Werner a lot more than we know how to play with Lukaku. And at least Werner's going to press from the front a lot more aggressively, and he's going to try and win the ball off the centre-backs, and he's going to stretch teams, and we're going to hopefully have more space inside for Kai, for Hudson-Odoi, for Mason to link up. Werner, for me, in this team is just a decoy. He makes the runs, he drags people out of position, and then we can do all the interlinking play between Mason, between Hudson-Odoi, and between Kai. And that's my team. Brighton are a good team. This is a difficult game. And I want to talk about also backing Tuchel. People are talking about backing Tuchel. We're coming up to 1 year anniversary for Tuchel. Brilliant performance. I'm completely behind this manager, more important than anybody in that squad by a clear distance, in my opinion. And we talk about backing Tuchel. 1 year in now, what do we need to do? This guy, when we talk about backing him, it's not just about getting every single player he wants. That's not how it goes. I spoke to Grizz on this. It was a great example. Klopp wanted Mario Götze and Julian Brandt before coming to Liverpool. He wanted those two to be his wingers. Edwards said, the scouting team said, no, Salah, Mane, those are your wingers. Those are the guys. We've done the numbers. We've done the scouting. We've checked out the dynamics. They're the guys that you need to have in your system. They're going to be perfect for exactly what you want to do. Klopp went with them, and the rest is history. If we want to back Tuchel, Marina, I've never really come out and criticised her too often. I think she's done a good job sometimes, but she needs to look at this scouting network now. She needs to start getting rid of these scouts. In football, I've spoke about it. Accountability, responsibility. Players have it, managers have it. They get sacked, they get sold. Referees don't have it, and scouts don't have it either. Scott McTominay, the scout, there is a track record of poor decision-making from him. From Kepa to other names, the list is endless. We need to sort out our scouting system, and we need to sort out who is the technical director, who is meant to be alongside Tuchel, following his system and his plan and recruiting players. The quicker we do that, that is how you back Tuchel. Tuchel is not a scout. Tuchel is not sitting in the stands in games looking at players in detail and deciding who he wants. Yes, he's got a great idea of who he wants. He knows football extremely well, extremely intelligent. And people keep talking about Pep and City. You know who City have before they brought in Pep? Tiki from Barcelona. And I'm sure a whole bunch of other people with him as well, scouts. So get the scouting network sorted, bring in the scouts, so then we're not sitting here halfway through January wondering what the hell we're going to do with the left wing-back situation and the right wing-back situation when we know it is a clear issue in the squad. Get scouts. Forget players for right now. For the summer, we need scouts, proper scouts. so we can go into the market properly. And like I said, obviously we need to win the Brighton game. Liverpool have just leapfrogged us, and I think they've still got a game in hand. Goes without saying that this is W settings only. But I'm thinking about bigger things now. The league for me is a foregone conclusion. We'll probably finish in the top 3, second or third. Second if we're lucky. We focus on the cups. I've said that already. Focus on getting the players we need to get in and getting the players we need to get out in the summer. Back this man properly, because if I swear, if this manager is gone before certain individuals in this squad, things are gonna get damaged. Yeah, things are gonna get damaged. That's all I have to say. I'll see you, man, in a bit. Roll Saj's annoying bullshit from earlier. Roll that clip.
Ayo, Matthias and Dami, lad. How's it going, lad? Video time, lad. Ayo, Matthias. How you doing, lad? You good, yeah?
That was so shit. Scrap that. Now when the camera's on, you can't do it, hey? There we go. Should have rolled those cameras a lot earlier. As soon as the camera's on, you can't do it anymore. Okay.
You know it's the boy, lad. Come on, lad.
Wow.
Ayo, Matthias and Dami.
Wow.
What's going on, lad?
You could, when I'm done, you could do it all in the outro. Or you could use some of this in the outro if you want.
Oh,
just let me do the fucking video.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Go ahead, lad. Matthias and Dami, lad.
Are you done? Yeah. Roll it again. I'm gonna keep doing this until you fucking stop.
Dami, that's funny. You gotta admit.
You're annoying.
I just want you to admit.
You are annoying.
Admit.
You are more annoying now than anybody in my life right now. You are the most annoying person.
Well, I live with you, so that kind of.
You are now the most annoying person out there. You have leapfrogged many individuals.
Fuck, like, why you doing me like this, man?
You are now the most annoying human being out there in my life. That is the accolade I'm giving you. You are top of the fucking tree.
Discriminating on
right
the Scouser?
Right at the top.
Hey, Matthias, why are you discriminating on the Scouser for? Fuck, man.
Can't deal with this individual.
Hey, Matthias, where's Dami at, lad? Fucking hell, man. You know how the fucking lads do.